Good evening. Good evening. Welcome into the Cantrell Country Travelway Cruise Line shows, guys. Welcome into it. I do want to have people take a look at something and let me know what you guys think of the new heading on the channel thing. Let me see. Copy. Tamara, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Hey, Dave's Dragon. Oh, well, hey. Hey, take a look at this, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the new header for on the channel thing. I was not aware about that. MSC Melody. That's something I cannot confirm or deny. I cannot confirm or deny on that, Captain Mickey Mouse. I have not heard anything today, nor have I read on it. Thanks. Yeah, I just updated it. I needed it to look. It's actually part of the big logo, but I needed it to show my partnership with the Cantrell Country Travelway. Harlan, welcome in, buddy. Oh, it was a long time. Are you tired? That was in 2009. Okay, yeah. MSC Melody. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard of any players trying to attack any cruise lines as of lately. Now, I mean, obviously, I know pirates have tried to attack Navy vessels, the U.S. Navy vessels. Unfortunately, they also know that it's not the best time to try to do that, nor is it the smartest thing to do. But, hey, but I haven't confirmed with her yet, but Tinkerbell did get my message yesterday, Mickey Mouse. I gave her the 2 ships. I'll probably try to, I don't know when she's going to be able to do it. I'll have to start asking her about getting some, because I know she's got some cruises coming up, and some things like that. I'll have to get with her and talk with her on that to confirm about the NCL breakaway versus MSC America. And I'm telling you guys, if you haven't checked out, particularly Harlan and Samara, have you? Yeah, she's going on another cruise fairly soon. Yeah, I've got to try to work in some dates to get her on here to talk about MSC America versus NCL breakaway. Harlan and Samara, have you guys checked that Tinkerbell's speakeasy video out? I'm not going to ask her to do that, Captain Mickey Mouse, because she's going to be busy. I know when I'm on a cruise, 1, I'm going to want to relax. 2, I'm going to want to get an NCL epic bathing. Oh my goodness, Samara. Oh, here we go. Samara's already on a roll. But welcome in, Harlan. Welcome in, Samara. Welcome in, Captain Mickey Mouse. And of course, welcome into our good friend, Dave Stragan. Good to see you, buddy. John, welcome in. Good to see you guys. Comedian for the win. Okay. Well, somebody's got to win, so that's a good thing. Because I'm having small wins, but I ain't having much major wins. Um, but yes, so if you guys will definitely check that link out that I put in there a little while ago. Check out the homepage. Let me know what you guys think of it. I think it looks good. It is part of it is off of the main logo, so the Katie did for me, and I really like it. It looks good, looks sharp, looks crisp. I don't know that Harlan. I'll know more when I go on an MSC cruise. So I'm holding back my reserve. MSC is probably going to be one of the ones I'm going to try for next year. But you, well, you need Mickey Mouse ketchup. Well, it's different for everybody. Um, but I understand, Harlan has explained on some of the reasons why he doesn't particularly care for some of these cruise lines. There you go. Well, and that makes it, it's and that makes it understandable why you guys would not choose MSC anymore. Unfortunately, cruises for everybody are different. And then there's our good friend Monorail Molly. Hello, Jen. Good to see you. Um, cruises are different for people, and I know Molly's going on her first cruise, and I know I'm going to rope her into coming in on a Thursday night and talk about her cruise. She just doesn't know it yet. I will pick him. It's for Mickey. Okay. Hey, there you go. Yeah. Jen doesn't know that she's going to get picked on when she comes back from her cruise, so we can hear about her cruise. Because here's the thing, and I understand your concern about the food, because especially if you're a picky eater, or if you have, if you have reservations about what your dietary things are. Cool. When you get back, I'll talk to you, Jen. I know you're not going to your cruise until later in the summer, or I'm not sure exactly when you're going, but we'll arrange for you to come in on a Thursday to talk about it. Second, guys, I pinned Discord. I pinned the Discord for the Cantrell Country Travelway up at the top of the chat. If you are interested in joining Discord, I'm still adding pictures. I found picture. I'm going back right now. I'm going back to pictures of 2014. And actually they're Disney World pictures. So if you're interested in seeing the pictures, some more of my pictures that I'm adding up, you will see them. I'm not actually sure how far I'm going to be able to go back, because I've actually, over the years, I've lost phones that have lost some of the pictures, and haven't had a good luck on finding some of the ones I wanted to post. So, but tonight I'm going to pick up where we continued to left off. Anybody that was here on Tuesday knows we were sharing some videos from Royal Caribbean. So we got a couple more videos. To me, I'm loving the Royal Caribbeans. This is actually back on the Utopia of the Seas. If y'all remember, Utopia of the Seas is the one that came out before Icon of the Seas. But they are actually the same crew. They're all in the same class. Did you just see your cruise? I don't know if you saw you might have saw your cruise. Yes, you might have saw the cruise behind there. There was definitely not all of them tomorrow. But that's okay. It goes to but see you again. Royal Caribbean is trying to cater to everybody. It's got its stuff for the adults. It's got its stuff for the thing. And if you really watch, you need to go back and watch the Tuesday night show where I used a lot of the videos that did a welcoming. It talked about the splash. It talked about the party side of the boat, but it talked about the dining. And then the last video that we showed on Tuesday was the accommodations for the Utopia of the Seas. Tonight, we're going to be looking at youth activities and next cruise programs. So, it's about what that. I mean, Utopia is a very beautiful ship. It is the sister ship to the Icon of the Seas. They're both in the same class, Icon, I believe, if I'm correct. Let me see. Let me go check something. Yeah. Just jumping in. Well, here's the thing. It just depends on how good they're at, how good they can pull it off. To me, Royal Caribbean has done a good job of pulling off. Disney in itself has definitely pulled it off. Welcome in, Mama D. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you. I really think that they did a good job with the Utopia of the Seas. And I'm looking forward to the next ones that they come out with. Because of the Star of the Seas comes out later this year. So I'm looking forward to later in the summer, going into fall when Royal Caribbean's new ship comes out. And yes, Samara, there you go. You do see a Disney cruise ship behind me. And Excel. Hey, you know what? Celebrity. I'm actually fun. Yeah, well, I'm starting to plan my cruises for next year as is. I'm done. I'm done waiting, and I'm gonna start taking over some things. So, but anyways, so just to celebrity remind you of Lag Omar. Okay, yeah, and you know what? And that's some. Hey, as long as you get a chance to continue cruising, Jill, that's what's important. But welcome in, Jill. Good to see you. Uh, glad you guys could be here tonight. Oh, you're gonna try. Wait a minute. You're already going back on the Disney Treasure again back in June. Okay, I give up. I give up. Are you talking about June of next year? Really? Ah, okay. Yeah, and the itineraries for that should be coming out sometime over the summer into the fall. Yeah, well, I don't have to wait for them to come out. I'll start looking at, and then we got Pete. Welcome in, buddy. Everybody, make sure you guys go check out Pete McDevitt show. He does sports. He does Disney. He does NBA. He does NFL. He does the UFL. He does a lot. He also has a second channel where he does a lot of the basketball games and things like that. He does Major League Baseball. Guys, please make sure you please go check out the Pete McDevitt show. Well, yeah, and that may be true, Harlan. Sometimes when cruise ships merge, they go through a retraining gap and thing. But I believe celebrities trying to regain where they were at one time. And well, he does do some good. He does do some good games, Jill. Um, there ain't no question about that. Hey, I love the games that Molly and Pete and all of his executive teams come up with. They're pretty good. The two truths and a lie are pretty good too. Unfortunately, this is about cruising. So, good thing is you get a whole bunch of different games on cruises that you get to watch. Tigers aren't going down tonight. Guardians. Sorry, Molly. Guardians are going down. Guardians are going down. Sorry. You second guessed yourself twice last night. Well, it happens. We tend to second guess ourselves all the time. That may be true, Harlan. That may be true. But you know, again, I'm one of those that you've been on the different ones, so I understand where you're coming because you had bad experience on them. As a TA, I would, as a travel advisor or travel agent, my job is to do what I can to show and balance them. Now, as I get to experience these different suppliers, I may change my suppliers over time once I start to experience these. And I do trust and as I get more clients and I get more feedback, I will definitely, I will take their advisement in consideration as I get feedback. The one client that did Carnival, she had a great, that one client that did Carnival had a great time on Carnival. They loved the way I helped them get the, plan it and got the tickets, and we got them booked. They had no issues. They had a great time. So it's, and it's going to vary. And unfortunately, there are times when clients are going to have bad cruises, which is not the best thing, but there it is. All right. So anybody that was here on Tuesday night will remember I was going through the Royal Caribbean and the Utopia of the Seas. And tonight we're going to look at the last two. I do like Carnival. Carnival is a good cruise line. I am actually looking forward to seeing what their new ships look like. So it'll be very interesting to see what with all these new ships coming out, it's crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go.
Make me go loco, loco, make me go loco.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our virtual ship tour of all things Utopia. Abe Hughes here.
I'm going to try to bring up the quality a little bit, guys. Sorry about it. Unfortunately, my connection's a little bit jittery today.
In previous videos, we have covered the neighborhoods on board the ship and specifically talked about Adventure Ocean and the youth zone.
Connection is, bear with it, guys. The connection is a little bit staticky tonight.
And all that we have available for our junior cruisers. And
so we have
a special guest here today to talk specifically about the kids program.
Please bear with me.
And that is Arturo, our Adventure Ocean manager. Arturo,
thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. We work together.
See if it'll work.
Many years ago. And when it comes to Adventure Ocean, this is truly where cruising begins, because we know that when the kids are happy, the parents are very happy. And it all starts with the different age groups that we have. So we've got our nursery program and our royal babies and royal tots. Those are the ages of
6 months all the way to 36 months.
Excellent. And that is taken care of by our
family
staff that's in there. Tell us a little bit about the program and sort of what the process is.
So it's a drop-off program. You can come and drop off your kid. We're going to do a registration. We're going to ask you everything about what are your baby's needs. And it's a great place. We're going to have like different games for them. If they want to sleep, we have cribs over there. So, and we can feed the kids as well. So if you have a tour, you can just go out. We can take care of your kid and not to be worried about anything.
Excellent. And that is technically the only program that has a fee associated with it, from our 6 months to 36 months. Then we jump into our next age group, which is
AO Juniors, which is 3 to 5 years old.
3 to 5. And that is an awesome age group, having young kids myself. And what's the program like for the kids?
It's amazing. We had different activities for there. We had different games, and it's more about like pretending to be a pirate or being chefs. And we have this very nice, good one. It's a story wall. So the story wall is more about like telling a story. We have a screen, and the kids can actually interact with the story on the screen. So it's amazing.
That's really good. That's great. The next age group, 6 years to
12 years old, which is AO kids, 6 years old all the way to 12 years old. And this is a place where we have like different kind of activities. We have active games. We have a place dedicated just for video games, which is called Hangouts. We have the workshop where they can do art and craft and science, and it's more like the kids can come and choose their own adventure.
Now, the entire youth zone that we're talking about here in Adventure Ocean, all the way up to 12 years old, that's located here on deck number 14. But then we get into the Cool Kid Club, and that is our teen program.
Yes.
Ages, obviously, 13 to 17. What venues or what spaces do we have dedicated to the teens?
Oh, we have two venues. One is Social 100, which is on the aft of the ship, and it's more like a living room for the kids, for the teens, so they can come, they can just hang out. They don't want to do anything, they can be there. We have video games, we have amazing pubs, so they can just hang out. What do teens do? They just hang out. We have the interactive tables, so we have like a little bit for every single teen. And we have another venue, which is the outdoor venue, which is called the patio. The patio they have pubs as well. They have a hot tub, they have a big TV, and it's just for them to have their own space.
It's awesome. And being on board the ship, I even tried to sneak in to just see what the venue's like. Just to look through the window, and I had a kid. He's like, "Go away, boomer." Anyway, but it's an awesome place for kids to hang out for sure. And that's the 3 to 17. Now, that's specifically for the kids themselves. And then we go into our family activities. We have family activities taking place all throughout the ship, dedicated times for teen karaoke and flow rider sessions and sports court games and things like that. But one of my favorite activities is definitely the Family Fun Festival down in Boardwalk.
That's amazing. Imagine a carnival happening on the boardwalk. So we have the carousel, we have a different game station, we have a DJ dedicated just for that activity, for that Family Fun Fest. And we have the F&B department as well. So we're gonna have the cupcakes, we have popcorn, cotton candy. So everything is great. It's a little bit, it's amazing. It's a carnival, and it's for all the families from 6 months all the way to, you name it, 100,
whoever's cruising with us.
Yeah,
it's really awesome. Also, want to make special mention of our wonderful autism program we have on board. All of the staff are trained.
All the staff are trained. We have the silver autism level, and that means that every single youth staff that is working here, they are trained to work with kids or to interact with kids with autism. But not only the youth staff, also the sports staff and the crew staff, the cruise entertainment staff, they are all trained to at some point interact with any kids with any special needs or autism.
That's fantastic. And when it comes to the cost of the program, we talked about the nursery program and the Royal Babies and Tots. That has a cost associated with it. And Adventure Ocean, essentially those 3 to 12-year-olds, there is no cost to it until we get into the late night party zone. And that is from 10
p.m. to 1 o'clock in the morning. So I always say that we are the happiness of the kids and the happiness of the parents, if you know what I mean. So
if the happiness of the parents, if you want to spend a little extra time out on deck, go to a late dinner, a show, your kids are well taken care of here in Adventure Ocean. And I will tell you, the cost associated with that is a lot less than what you would find on an on-land babysitter. Trust me on that.
Yeah.
Along with that, I tell you, there's so many different activities and play places for the kids and teenagers to be involved, because like I mentioned before, it's like when the kids are happy, the parents and everyone is happy. And what's really amazing is seeing the number of kids, because Royal Caribbean has been cruising for 50 plus years, is seeing the number of kids that grew up in Adventure Ocean on their own personal vacations, who are now parents themselves, dropping their kids off because they know it's an amazing program. One important note as well is the staff on board all have a 4-year degree in education, recreation, or related field, working with youth. So they are very well trained and they are very well taken care of in this program.
Yes,
Arturo,
correct. So yes.
Anything else you'd like to share?
Not really. Well, probably that play place. This is a play place.
Oh, I totally forgot.
Yes.
The play place where we're sitting right now. Because if you're wondering, how are they in Adventure Ocean?
Yeah. So basically, Adventure Ocean is a drop-off program, but we also have a space for like a dedicated space for parents to come. So if they want to play with their kids, this is the place. It's called Play Place. It's an open place area where they can come and they can play with their kids. It's not drop off, so just come and play with the kid, enjoy it here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, folks, thank you very much for joining us on this segment talking about the youth program. Arturo, I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Get your kids involved in Adventure Ocean, especially the teenagers. They will have a great time, make friends from all around the world in this wonderful cruise experience. Thank you very much for tuning into this segment, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Well, and as you can see, again, here's the thing, and this is what I'm saying about cruise lines. They are trying to think about the families, because a lot of a lot of families are starting to take cruises together. I mean, and they're bringing generations. You know, one of the biggest factors in the cruise line industry is that families we got what they call generational groups that are traveling on cruises, which means you got the grandparents, you've got the parents, you've got the kids, you may have nieces and nephews, you may have aunts and uncles that are all traveling. So again, you're going to have a whole broad spectrum of different travelers. That's why you're finding out why a lot of these why a lot of these cruise lines are trying to cater to the families. And, you know, yes, they're still catering to the adults. They've got the adult sections. You know, you got your spa, you got your private nightclubs, you've got your comedy clubs, you got your adult theme shows, but then you've got your kids stuff where the kids can put them in the different age groups. And it varies from cruise line to cruise line on what the ages vary. I mean, most of the ages are pretty well set. Now the activities, they'll vary from cruise line to cruise line. But it is a very good thing. Jason Thibodeau, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you could be here, buddy. So it's really important to understand that if you're traveling with, if you're traveling just by you and your, in this case, when I assume it's usually with your wife and just you. See, there you go, generations, and that was 2004. That number has grown since then, Jill. The number for generational cruises have exploded. I mean, you've got so many generational cruises that people are traveling. That's why they've upgraded a lot of these suites to family suites, and you're getting like 2-3 bedrooms in there, plus the sleepaway couches. They end up. I am so sorry, Harlan. But my apologies, Harlan. I had no idea, buddy. My apologies. But I assume you still do cruises by yourself then, maybe. And I understand I understand. Well, and some people do, and that's the way it happens, Till. Sometimes you'll get people to take one cruise, and that'll be the last of it. And Dean, Turkey Lexer, good to see you, buddy. Sorry for me not saying hi. I know you were coming in. I was busy chatting, but good. I do want to recognize, guys, Dean has been one of my mods for a long time. He's got a great channel. If you love, good content, and if you love turkey legs, then definitely go make sure you visit Dean the Turkey Legster. And and there you go. And like Harlan said, he over the years, he's run into he's been on several different cruise lines where he's had bad experiences, which turned him off. which means to me, that tells me that the quality of those customer services did not do their job like they should have. Either that or the travel agent didn't follow up and take care of. Carolyn, let me ask you, in the years that you've taken all the cruises, have you used a travel agent, or did you book the cruises by yourself? Because to me, it first falters with the cruise lines. Second, if you use the travel agent or a travel advisor, that travel agent or advisor should have followed up with you and see how to correct the bad situation that happened. So to me, that sounds like that somewhere something faltered. And, as a good travel agent or a travel advisor, I followed up with my clients. Okay. Either way, though, it still means that somewhere they dropped the ball and not followed up on the issues you had. They should have taken care of or tried to resolve those issues, or at least try to find some way to make it up to you for something going wrong, whatever the issue was. And sometimes I understand some things don't always go right on cruise lines, and sometimes it's out of the cruise line's hands on these situations. Whatever the situation is, I mean, it could be a number of incidents. Maybe you got bad food. Maybe you got sick and they didn't handle it right, or whatever the situation may be, or maybe they screwed up on an excursion that you wanted and you couldn't get it. Now, let me ask you, did you blame the travel? Can you kind of explain, was it the travel agent's fault or was it with NCL? I mean, I'm not going to ask you to go into the situation what it was, but who would have been more at fault? Would it have been the travel agent or the cruise line? Uh-oh, what are you smoking now, Jason? What are you making? Some ribs, pork chops, good old-fashioned burgers on a grill? If they're good old-fashioned burgers on a grill. So you would say it was more the cruise line's fault then? Okay. See, there you go. Which makes it under. Okay, so you're blaming the. Okay, so I'm assuming that the travel agent tried to correct things or tried to help you with it. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I was just asking him, Ryan, if it was ribs or pork chops. He just said yummy food. So to me, that could even be hamburgers on a grill, and I would find it yummy. There's something about food being on a grill. Blue fish, black drum, and ooh, John, hold on. I'll be right there in about 2 minutes. Save me some. I'll be right there for your fish. Save me some. Yeah, and see, but the thing of it is, if you were having that much of a problem on NCL, did you take it up with them, or did NCL say, look, or try to correct the issues with you? At least try to balance out and made sure your cruise was magical? Because my philosophy through the whole, you guys have heard me say what my slogan is. My slogan is to make the most magical vacation for my clients. So I will do everything on my end to try to beat down and everything to make sure that they have the best time, the best quality when they go on a cruise. Okay, so they pretty much threw you to the wolves is what you're saying. See, that's not good customer service. That's when they start. And the problem is though, for every one that they lose, they gain one or two more. That's the problem. But they don't stop to think that that's one more that you could have got. Oh, okay. It's smoking for a friend, and in turn, he gave you two little neck. Ooh, okay. I don't do clams. Well, that leaves me out because I don't do clams. And that's why, for me, as a TA, I'm ready to explore some of these things. I need to find out what is bad, what is good, so I can point out to my customers of on my own experience with these things. And trust me, Harlan, I'm listening to everything you say, and those will be pointers that I will be looking at as I do some of these cruises, and they will be at the top of my list to make sure that is it good quality, is it bad quality, would just be things that I will recommend for my clients. I mean, and I'm marking down what you are saying, and I'm taking, and what Samara is saying, and for you guys, and what Jill is saying. I mean, I assure you, anything that you guys are saying that have done a lot of cruises over the years, I have been taking and listening to and marking down so that as I take these cruises, I compare them to the answers you guys are giving me. So that I can say, is this something that is this, people that I want to support? The ones that I know are some of the best high quality things that I'm aware of, but I haven't gotten to experience for myself yet. That's why next year I'm putting my foot down and I am going to start traveling on some of these cruise lines, whether it's Royal Caribbean, MSC. One of them that I plan on doing is Disney. For all of us Disney fans, yes, I will be doing a Disney cruise next year. It most likely to probably be the Wish out of Port Canaveral, most likely. At what I'm looking at now. But again, it comes down to, Jill, let me ask you, you've been on cruise lines. What have you guys had good experiences or bad experiences with not only if you guys use TA, have you guys always booked yourself or have you guys used travel agents? Again, that's, well, that's what it is. I mean, for me, it's about being a travel agent experience. And I'm sorry. Okay, so last one on Carnival. Now, see, like I said, the issues I had on my cruise, Carnival took care of. And I did my cruise again. I did my cruise in about 2010, 2011 was the year that I did my Carnival elation. And I wish I still had some of the pictures, but I don't from that thing. Oh, so you booked it yourselves and then transferred to a travel agent, which means they got the travel group rate, which means they got a higher commission. That is possible. Like I said, the thing about it is when you go with a group it's sometimes it can be. Nice. And sometimes, I mean, sometimes you hope the TA can do the best thing you can. That's what I guarantee you mine on. I will try to find the best deals that I can get. And I will break over backwards looking at everything, including all the different cruise lines. Oh, well, he still got a commission. It's still, it depends on how much commission you get. That exactly. Like I said, I got a small commission out of mine. It takes a lot of commissions to make money off of this. For me, it's more about making the job and making more people happy about doing it. So anyways, going back to, before we go to the final video, we're going to go to this video. And speaking of this, I will be back in 1 minute.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise number one. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travelway. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through. Pack your bags and set your sights. We're cruising seas and booking flights from the ports to the waves where dreams come alive. Dave Cantrell is here to guide your ride. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we've got your cruising covered through and through.
Oh, yep. So if you're looking to travel, just reach out to me. Oh, nice, Joe. And sometimes you can find good deals that way. And it's the same when you have experiences like Carolyn was saying. They said they ended up giving them a bad wheelchair, and that's possible at times. I mean, I know wheelchairs aren't comfortable in the first thing. But sometimes you just, you have to go with the chances and pray and hope that your cruise goes good. So, all right. So obviously, part of cruising is one thing. When you and I know for a lot of people, it's about when you have such a good time and it brings out the energy and the passion, and when you love traveling, you're always, especially if you had a blast. If you had a blast, it brings out the thought of when can I go on my next cruise? When am I going to plan for my next cruise? Where am I going to plan for my next cruise? And sometimes when you're looking at these deals, when you're on ship, sometimes it's advisable to talk to an on-ship concierge and each cruise line calls them different things. I'm just going to use the term concierge. People that can help you look at booking at your next cruise, because one, if you book your original cruise, I will say this, it's advantage for you. And if you use the travel agent, it's advantage for you and your travel agent, because most cruise lines, if you book a next cruise while you're on the ship, they tend to turn the commission over to your travel agent who did the original booking. And the fact that you sometimes can get more perks out of it when you do book your next cruise on ship while you're doing it. And that's what this next video is. It's about the next cruise program. And I mean, in this case, it's for the next cruise program for Royal Caribbean. And I definitely encourage you to think about it. As a travel agent, I would say, and I told that to my last, my one client. Unfortunately, they had some family issues and all that. And things like that. So, and I know next year I'll be my first own cruise. So, I'll be one of my few. I'll be booking my own things for next year. And of course, I think some family members are going with me. So I'll be back. I'll be booking for some of my own family members next year. So.
Make me go loco, loco. Make me go loco.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our immersive ship tour of all things Utopia. My name is Abe Hughes, and in this video segment, we are making a very important stop by the Next Cruise sales desk right here in the Royal Promenade on deck number 5. And joining me today is Maya, the Next Cruise sales manager. How are you today?
Abe, thank you. I'm good. I'm great. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Well, I tell you, this Next Cruise sales desk is amazing. And
I'm going to try to bring up the quality again, guys. Give me 1 second.
and it needs to be a stop on everyone's Royal Caribbean journey to book your next cruise on board. The program itself is outstanding. Let's talk a little bit about what your team does overall, Maya.
Okay, thank you. We are Next Cruise team on the heart of the ship, which is Royal Promenade Deck 5. We're a team of 6 from all over the world. So if you have questions, please stop by. We're cruise expert, and we make it seamless and time-saving while you guys are cruising.
The one important thing is this is not a elimination of, but it's a partnership with your travel partners. So when you are working with a travel advisor or travel agency that's out there and you book on board, that booking is going to be then just automatically transferred back to them in order for you, when you get home, to help service, to help book, and to help manage as your cruise goes along.
Absolutely correct, Abe. That's why we call our travel partners our real partners, because our benefits, Next Cruise benefit, and travel agents benefit are mostly combinable.
So tell us a little bit about the Book Now, Book Later.
Thank you. So Book Now is making sure that you're selecting your ship and sail date. You're pretty much locking all the prices. You're locking the stateroom availability. You are putting out the names of the cruise vacation, who's you're going to go with. But not to mention, don't worry, because only on Next Cruise we will give 2 months of unlimited changes for free. So if you change your mind, for example, your wife would go Caribbean this year, and next year, like Alaska,
over to Europe,
or maybe next week, oh, you know what, I'm going to go for Europe. No worries. You can be able, no charge. And we have also the Book Later. Book Later will give you the option not to select the ship and the sail date. If you think that, oh, I'm going to go for a cruise vacation, but I don't know yet what vacation I'm going to go, don't worry. You can do Book Later. Just put a $200 deposit, and that deposit will take up to 1 year to select.
So the book now option, very simple. You know what you're going to do. Let's book it. The Book Later is really flexible, especially when it comes to, you know what, we got to go home, check with work, check with family, who's going to come along, and things like that. And you can have, again, up to a year to book, or within 60 days, you'll get those onboard credits and the savings that go along with it. With that said, let's say you got family and friends, and they might want to go along with you as well. You can book more than one cruise while you're on, even if they're not there.
Correct. So if you're thinking like grandpa and grandma or auntie and uncle would like, I want to bring my family on board, my nephews, my niece, don't worry, we got you covered, because you can be able, we will give you up to 3 bookings for friends and family with the same benefits.
And that's up to 3 bookings for everybody over the age of 21. So if it's you and your wife going on, you can technically walk off the ship with 6 bookings that can be changed to any names and things like that, and get all of the benefits that go along with it with the next cruise. The other really great thing is technically you don't even need to stop by the next cruise desk because we have the Royal Caribbean app.
Correct. So pretty much all our guests download the Royal Caribbean app. With the Royal Caribbean app, they can book in the palm of their hand. They just have to click. It's just one click basically, and that's it. They're booked. Whatever the credit card is on file, that's the credit card we're going to charge, and we'll send the email to them, the booking reference. So it's hassle-free. It's time-saving. You can enjoy the rest of your day if you don't know. You're already booked.
And the best thing I have to say is, again, this is not a replacement of your travel partner. They are true partners in the business. And at the end of the day, who knows Royal Caribbean better than Royal Caribbean?
Correct.
The experts in the next cruise desk. You have been with the company for how many years?
15 years.
15 years. You've been on how many ships?
Oh my God, countless.
How many
times.
itineraries?
Oh my God, countless.
So if you're wondering, hey, we're looking at doing Europe, we're looking at doing Australia, we're looking at doing Alaska, we're looking at doing the Southern Caribbean or something exotic, someone within this office will have been there, done that, seen it, and can share those experiences to make sure that your next cruise is well covered. Maya, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Today. It has been wonderful. And again, stop on by the next cruise desk before you leave to book your next cruise vacation. Again, thank you very much for tuning us for this segment, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Well, so as you can see, there is an advantage to thinking about your next cruises while you're on there. And if you can afford doing it, particularly, I mean, obviously I may do that next year over the next couple of cruises. It just depends on what I plan on doing and things like that. So I mean, there's a lot too about booking cruises, and here's the thing. When you're looking at cruises, talk to your travel agent, get to know them, let them get to know you so that they can get the feel for what you're what you're wanting in your travel. What are you wanting if you want excursions or, I mean, are you just wanting to travel and just relax aboard ship, or are you wanting to visit the ports and doing some excursions, things like that? These are things that a travel agent that should be asking the right questions to understand the clients. And you did? Oh, so you already paid. So you paid okay, so you paid the $200 for the next book cruise, but you didn't give them any specific thing because you're waiting for the Star Cruise to come out when you're figuring it. Okay. So next year you're planning on the Treasure and the Star. Nice, Jill. See, now I'm assuming you got some of those benefits that they mentioned, Jill, if you did it that way. I mean, I assume you did it yourselves. Nice. So see, there you go. So see, and they should give you no issues with that. The one good thing about it is, you guys did it yourself. So hopefully they don't give you, they shouldn't give you no issues. You just don't know how people are going to react, but that's a good thing to do. And most times it will be really good. And I'll be curious. I'll be back here waiting for you to be able to come back and tell us more. Of course, then next year I'll be able to come back and show videos and put things for my own cruises. Because again, come come August, September, I'm booking my. Oh, that you no longer use. Okay. Yeah, you need to make sure that so that the travel agent doesn't get don't get the commission for that. There should be some. You should be able to figure that out. But still, okay. So and some people don't. Because some people don't always know absolutely know where they're booking and know where they're cruising. So, and that's a good thing sometimes. So correct. That tells me right there either they weren't asking the right questions for you guys or they were not back bending you. That I hate about that about well, tell them I'm waving my hand back to them, Samara. I mean, like I said, I know for myself, I can guarantee you I will bend over backwards and I'm going to try to make sure I ask all the right questions at the start so that I know what my client was. Now, does that mean I may not have questions down the road because something might come up? That's a possibility, but I can guarantee you. Oh my Lord. See, I hate that. Okay. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to experience that, Jill, because a TA should be working for you. They should be focusing on you or focusing on whatever client they're dealing with at the time. Yeah, that to me that tells me that they were, and then if the staff was not helping you, oh my Lord of mercy, they should have been on. Did he have people working for him, Jill? Did he have sub agents or my Lord, somebody from that agency should have been on the phone saying we need to correct this on the booking because it's not correct. You should have been able to go, the agency should have gone into the booking in the TA portal, pull up your booking and change it. Or at least pull up your booking and talk to the call center for that cruise line for Royal Caribbean and fix it through the call center. See, that to me is laziness right there that I cannot stand. I mean, I know I've only had a couple, but I honestly, and I know I will make mistakes because I'm human, but I will make sure I can tell you this as a TA, they should be crossing every T, dotting every I, putting every period where it needs to be to make sure that your cruise is is what you want and you get the best experience for it. I mean, and I'm going to tell you, I can see, and I would tell you, I mean, I want people to come to my travel agency too, but I can tell you, if I was going to book my own, if I was going to have somebody book for me, I would go to Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is still on what she does. She's been doing it for a long time. Tinkerbell is one of those that I highly would recommend. Though, you know, I do want people to come see me, and I do want them to trust me, and I will grow, and I know I will get better as I go. You know, he was a travel agent by himself, and he let his agency know because it was a special value cruise booked through his boss. Really? Yeah, she definitely knows her stuff. I mean, like I said, I'm still learning, but I can guarantee you, even as I'm learning, I will tell you, for anybody that's watching and who's thinking about maybe using me, I will tell you this: I will work back over bendwards to make sure that all the T's are crossed, all the dots are, all the I's are dotted, and all the periods are right where they will be. And the whole thing, like I said. Nice, Jill, nice. See, and that's awesome. And that's a good thing. You know, because I will say this, you know, I know some of our jokes. I know people that tend to like to book trips at the last minute, and sometimes you can get lucky and find good trips at the last minute. You know, and like I said, I have one. They were actually looking to do something, and they had to cancel because some other things. Now, I did get a couple of other leads that were sent to me through my travel leaders profile. But by the time I was able to get to them, not because of mine, I was at work. I didn't know I hadn't been able to check my thing, but you know, trust me, I will get back with you as speedy as I can. That's why I always recommend not only email me, but call me on call my business line and just leave me a message, because somewhere along the line I will get back and call with you. But yeah, I can guarantee you, Tinkerbell follows up on everything to make sure everything is right. I know myself, I would make sure everything is straight across the board and up and ready. And that's what a good travel agent does. It's about making your clients have the most magical, memorable cruise. I don't care if it's a cruise, a vacation, you know, whatever it is. You know, maybe it's just a small trip, but whatever it is, your TA should be working bent over backwards to making sure everything is stable for all their clients. So, all right, guys, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed the conclusion of the rest of what I started on Tuesday with the Vacation Oasis, which we talked about Royal Caribbean. I am working on Tinkerbell and all that so with that, and guys, again, I ask you, I've always said, if you have questions on me, please let me, put them in the chat. Send them via me of Instagram. Because I will get back to them and I will try to answer them as much as possible. I usually do. Of course, do give me things because I work different shifts on Fridays. Yep. Yes. And don't forget, tomorrow night I will be doing the cafe chat at 11:15. Not the cafe chat. I will be doing the late night shenanigans at 11:15, and then the cafe chat on Saturday at 10:30. So those will be going on. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I hope you had a great time. We had a lot of good people coming in and out. And again, guys, do me a favor. If you get a chance, go check out my homepage for this channel. Let me know what you think and see if it looks good or if I need to adjust it. So, but with that, I've got not this weekend, but the first weekend in June, Jill. I got to be out of here by the first weekend of June. So not this weekend, but the weekend after. So, and even then, I think I'll be able to I'll still be able to set up my system there. So I'll still be able to use my computer over there. So computer will probably be the last thing I pack up just before I move out. In fact, I'm actually going to go have the people that are letting me stay at the house. I'm actually going to go over and have lunch with them on Sunday. So with that, guys, so I'm going to say what my slogan says. Let the Cantrell Country Travelway help you find your magical vacation. Have a great night, guys. Bye.